got some sad news for everybody to share with you. So, it's quite tragic news. I hope you're all sitting down and that you're all comfortable. And it's very hard, but a statement that I need to read from the Sabi Sand Reserve, so if you would just bear with me. The statement is Sabi Sand Nature Reserve, Leopard and Safety Incident, Statement and Update. The statement came through about 15 minutes ago. So on the 29th of June 2023, within our northern headquarters, a staff member and dog were ambushed and attacked by an adult male leopard. Sabi Sand personnel responded in self-defense and chased the leopard from the site. The leopard was chased off on 3 occasions but did not leave the site of the initial attack. The dog was fatally wounded and died immediately. The incident was immediately reported to Mpumalanga Parks Board. An investigation was soon thereafter completed by reserve conservation staff. A formal report was compiled and lodged with the authorities the next day, which was the 30th of June. That evening, same evening, 30th of June, the same male leopard returned to the site location and was sighted at Gowrie Gate, near guests and children entering and exiting game drive vehicles while moving through the gate. Later that evening, the leopard threatened the same staff members and repeatedly attempted to gain entry to the staff housing. The leopard, despite repeated attempts by the individual concerned to dissuade it further, did not allow the staff member to exit his home. Due to the staff member being repeatedly threatened, and after 5 hours reporting and discussing the situation, it was eventually and very unfortunately decided to euthanize the leopard. This decision was not taken lightly and was only taken given an imminent threat to human life. Sabi Sand Nature Reserve conducted a further investigation, reported this incident officially to the Mpumalanga Tourism Parks Association, who have investigated the incident in detail and confirmed that all protocols were adhered to and that the action taken was in the best interest of human safety at the time. We're extremely sad to report that this animal was the well-known leopard Tavangumi, who was in a weakened and compromised condition following a severe snaring incident that occurred on the Mamileti Game Reserve. An image of that injury is attached. We've all seen some of those pictures. This highlights the need to resolve the security and protected area integrity threats from our neighbouring protected areas. We'll table our concerns around the Mamileti and will include this latest serious and very unfortunate incident in the letter of concern to the authorities. We believe this much-loved leopard's compromise in physical condition and hunger led to this very abnormal behavior. What happened here was unavoidable and thankfully a very rare conflict between man and wildlife in the act of conservation for staff that reside and work in the reserve. While the focus has been on a much-loved leopard, we need to maintain our line of sight on the thousands of animals in our custody on a day-to-day basis. We ask for your respect and understanding in this matter and assure you that we have communicated to the best of our ability, considering both the nature of the subject matter and the function of the team on the reserve. Sincerely, Sabi Sand Nature Reserve Management. Very sad, everybody. It's a very sad time, but I think the highlight of this is that the snare issue that compromised Tavangumi's health is the real issue here. We see it with old, incapacitated or injured leopards when they get to a certain stage where they're blind or injured or weak and they start to get very hungry. They start taking risks. They start doing things they wouldn't normally do. Tavangumi is still a young male, but his compromised state, although maybe some footage the other day revealed he looked like he's moving around, it's still, he's compromised. He had a severe injury on his body that seemed to be healing well. But clearly he was at a stage of hunger that was forcing him to do things he wouldn't normally do. So, just bear a thought with all of you and with the reserve and with the people involved in the situation. And with Tavangumi himself, I know after having spoken with landowners in Bufosuk that I saw earlier today, this matter only came out now. They had spoken to me briefly about this just before, and his remains are going to be taken onto Bufosuk and they're buried there. So it's a very, very sad state. This statement is going to be published on WildEarth's social media in the next coming days. And it's tragic, everybody, but the Sabi Sands did everything that they could in their power to prevent this. And unfortunately, we've got gates where people come in, and we've got staff and guests coming in all the time. And if you've got a situation whereby there's an animal that's likely going to attack someone in a sort of medium to broad daylight, it's not ideal, So tragedy was averted. Thankfully, there's nothing too major to concern from a human life perspective. Very, very hard. Very, very sad. And I hope that this message, doesn't affect you too greatly at home. I think the real issue is really the conservation of these areas and looking after these cats, and the compromised state that leopard found himself in, which is abnormal. I think that's where that state came from. I think everything would be pretty normal. So, well, we beg for your understanding, and let's just take a moment.